Picture this, a crystal-clear sky, the sun shining brightly. A massive passenger plane soars through the air, carrying hundreds of people on their way to a dream vacation or a long-awaited reunion. Below, a military helicopter cuts through the sky on a routine training mission. Suddenly, the unthinkable happens. The two aircraft collide in a horrifying instant, transforming a scene of peaceful flight into a chaotic nightmare. While this scenario is fictional, the possibility of such a collision, however remote, is a stark reminder of the importance of air safety. Such a disaster would undoubtedly result in catastrophic consequences. The loss of life would be immense, leaving behind grieving families and a shocked nation. The wreckage, scattered across a wide area, would serve as a grim testament to the unforgiving nature of such accidents. Beyond the immediate impact, the economic and psychological ramifications would be far-reaching. While air travel is statistically much safer than driving, the sheer complexity of managing countless aircraft in our skies means that accidents, though rare, can still occur. So what could lead to such a disastrous collision between a passenger plane and a military helicopter? One major factor is human error. Pilots, air traffic controllers, and maintenance crews are all human, and humans make mistakes. Fatigue, miscommunication, or a lapse in judgment can have devastating consequences in the air. Another factor is the increasing congestion in our airspace. With more and more planes and helicopters taking to the skies, the margin for error shrinks. This is especially true in areas with heavy military training activity, where fast-moving jets and helicopters share the airspace with commercial flights. Additionally, mechanical failure, while rare, can never be completely ruled out. A sudden engine failure or a malfunctioning navigation system can quickly turn a routine flight into a potential disaster. The immediate aftermath of such a collision would be nothing short of horrific. Emergency responders would race to the scene, only to be confronted with a scene of unimaginable destruction. The process of identifying victims would be painstaking and heartbreaking. Meanwhile, investigators would spend months, if not years, piecing together the events that led to the tragedy. In the wake of such a tragedy, there would be a thorough investigation to determine the cause of the accident. The findings would likely lead to new safety regulations and procedures to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. The aviation industry as a whole would learn from this tragedy, implementing new technologies and training protocols to enhance safety. However, the most enduring impact would be on the families of the victims, forever scarred by the loss of their loved ones. The best way to honor the memory of those lost in such a tragedy is to prevent it from happening again. This requires a multi-pronged approach. First and foremost, we must continue to invest in research and development of new aviation technologies, particularly in the areas of collision avoidance systems and unmanned aircraft systems traffic management. These technologies have the potential to significantly reduce the risk of mid-air collisions. Secondly, we must ensure that air traffic controllers have the resources and training they need to manage the increasingly complex airspace. Equally important is fostering a culture of safety within the aviation industry. This means encouraging pilots, air traffic controllers, and maintenance crews to report potential safety concerns without fear of reprisal. It also means being proactive in addressing potential safety hazards before they lead to accidents. The goal is to create a system where safety is everyone's top priority. Remember, the price of safety is constant vigilance, and the cost of complacency is simply too high. Let's work together to keep our skies safe.